Hey guys, theksdiver here. Today we're going to be looking at Mira Strats on the Aussie map, Outback. We're going to start off down here in Compressor Room. It's my favorite spot on this map to play Mira. It took me a while to be comfortable with playing Mira in the other locations because there's so many different places to die from. When you sit in a certain spot, you're going to get shot in the back from that hallway or that window, or that wall is destructible. So I have to stress on this map especially, with the exception of this spot here in Compressor, you are going to need a lot of team help. If you haven't watched my other videos, I definitely encourage you to, but I'll quickly explain real fast my objectives as Mira in these videos and what I'm teaching. Basically, what I'm looking at to play as Mira is effectiveness, lines of sight, the danger to your person or your teammates with the particular Mira setup, and team comp, of course. Team comp being one of the most important things because these videos are based on team Mira strats. You're not going to be able to pull these off very successfully most of the time by yourself or with two people or maybe even with three. You could, but you need a team, and your team has to be on the same page as you as to what you are doing. So let's get into this. So this first one is going to be in the little beer fridge because that is obviously the best place to be on this map. And our lines of sight are going to be this really popular window that you're going to be denying. You're going to be denying them from getting into this room. And then also we have an overview of the entire garage with exception to the second floor, except you can lay down and see if that window is popped. A lot of times, teams favor pushing the garage side of this objective. So, you're going to be denying that, and you're going to be trying to force them to be uncomfortable with facing your mirror windows, and they're going to attack from shark instead. That's about a 50-50 split on whether they choose to fight you or choose to go the other direction and make you basically a zero factor in defending this site. My preference is I want them to push me because I have the confidence and I feel like the gun skill, I'm going to pick off some people. But if they don't choose to fight me, then in a way, I have made it easier for my team, at least information-wise, to know where they are attacking from, and I've limited their flanking ability. A lot of times you'll get tons of people. This is where most of the people come in through. I'll also get tons of people come in, they'll blow that open. We don't usually barricade it. You don't necessarily have enough barricades, I don't think. You're leaving the room exposed, I believe, if you do barricade those. So I'm going to blow this out for the C4. If you do have a deeper threat, you can eat that thing pretty far. That's a pretty good throw. That's about as far as I'm going to get it. If they're at this doorway, probably about right here, they're going to die. I do favor... this is personal preference right here, and I don't do it the same every single round. I do favor many times blowing out this, and you don't even have to blow out a full horizontal strip. You just need something to get that C4 out with if that becomes a necessary move. I don't encourage blowing out this bottom band right up to the top of your window. That just makes it easier for them to get angles on you, and mostly because people can get up there very easily usually, and from right here I have gotten somebody to get very lucky and shoot me through this little thing, this little spot right here. Even with this closed up, now they're not going to be able to see me, it's going to have to be a lucky shot, but if I do open up this lower band, they are going to shoot me in the head from up there. I do have some cheeky kills that I've gotten from people being up there, and he's just peeking that corner looking for me, so I'll yellow ping it, and then I'll aim to the left of it. I've gotten a couple kills that way before. If you do choose to back up and do it, you got a cleaner shot, but you're also putting yourself at greater risk because that's what he's expecting you to do. You can even see people all the way up that are hiding behind yellow. I get so many times, right there, you're going to see their head right there, and that's all you're going to see. Again, practice makes perfect. You need to know where to aim. I usually probably right about the bumper, right there. Right about the bumper, right there on their head. Again, like I said on my cafe video, it took me hundreds of hours to perfect this crouch peek method. I like it more than the lean peek, but I go into that in a different video. Besides fragging, but this is probably most important for the call out, that they are pushing Compressor from the front desk side. So hopefully you've got teammates, spread out. The nice thing about this site is, for the most part, this allows your team to anchor and roam the entire north side of the map. I don't really need much help over here, and that is because I'm going to have a good team composition. With my team composition, I'm going to need Jaeger. I'm going to probably put a Jaeger right here, where it's not easy for them to see. And many times I'll ask for a second one, just in case that one gets expended. And this isn't a terrible spot for it right there. I don't want to deprive my team of utilities to survive on their end. Like, I usually, let them have a Jaeger. I only need one on this one. And then the second one, I'm going to put right here. There's no way they're going to be able to destroy that without me interfering with that. That's going to save you from a lot of ashes over here and Zophia's. Let's talk about some of the dangers real fast. I already talked a little bit about this up here. That is one of the bigger threats. As you can see, I blew a little bit more of this out now. If I do open this up, you can see how little you have to back up for them to shoot you in the head. And I don't even think you have to back up. I think they can shoot me from the head right here. I believe it's happened. I have wondered many times about getting attacked from up here. It is soft. I've never been attacked from there once. If you do, then my suggestion would be to play back. That is an extremely hard angle for them to shoot through the slits, and you can still see your windows, you can still play back here, you can still jump up on people. But now you're getting riskier from over here. So, like I said, I recommend leaving kind of this lower 2 feet or whatever to kind of give you some of that concealment. You really don't have much danger from back here unless my team fails and the defense is already failed anyway. I don't get pushed from over here. Like I said, if your teammates all die, or you have one teammate left in B, but they know I'm alive, I might start getting pushed through here, and that's gonna be a problem for me. But I don't necessarily ask for a shield right here. I could, but I don't. And the reason is because if I do have to get out of here, and I'm being pushed real hard on this lower level from either side, I can just slink my way out of here, crouch covered, and usually I can get out of there unscratched. If I have a shield there, I'm gonna have to vault, and that vault is gonna get me killed. The other main problem I have with this site specifically is Twitch drones. Again, with team composition Mira Strats, I highly suggest you ban Twitch. She's gonna make life really hard for you. If you're planning on playing Mira on basically every defense, and your team knows it, let's just get rid of Twitch. If you don't ban her, you've got a drone hole here to worry about, and you've got this doorway, which hopefully won't come through A site without your team destroying it, but it could, while I'm distracted over here, get through here. If they try to come through here with the Twitch drone, I can destroy it most of the time, and if I miss it, I know it's coming and I can prepare for it. But keep in mind, I have been baited before with a 200 IQ Twitch player and his team that was communicating real well. Twitch comes through here, I come back here to stop it, bam. There's a guy up there waiting for me to reveal myself. So you just gotta be aware of those things. A Maestro cam can be very beneficial, also right here or back there, to get Habanas off. But if I'm using my C4 at the appropriate times and I know that they have a Habana, I'm saving that C4 so that when they hit my windows or this wall with Habana charges, you can throw it on that roof right there. That'll take care of anything on there. So anyway, I think that's about it for this site. Let's move on. Okay, here we are in the party room now. We've got these completely opened up. We've got an angle from people running in from this side. You got that doorway, that window. You got that wall right there. If somebody somehow makes it through here, you've got that. You can eat a C4 over there and get that kill. You've got the entire B site right here within your crosshairs. This window right here, we've also got a very, very common area that attackers are going to be traveling through. A little additional line of sight you can go for here. If your team is on the same page and doesn't dislike you doing this. I've actually gotten a few kills this way. Okay, so what you see here is basically like a triple open wallbang, I guess you could call it. I don't know. From this angle right here, not that I'm necessarily going to be taking this shot every time, because that is a very long shot for the Vector, although it is definitely doable if you've got the aim right. The reason I like doing this isn't necessarily for the kills, it's for the information. I now know this soon that we're getting pushed from this side, and I can relay that to my teammates, which gives them, you know, invaluable time to flank, rotate, get to a safe spot, whatever. The information is there, and look how far that is. That is a crazy line of sight. Granted, he's gonna have an ACOG. That's gonna be tough for you to beat as Mira, but it's doable because people aren't expecting you to peek that. Also, if you've got a doc or somebody with you in room, somebody that does have an ACOG, hell, even the Alda will work without its ACOG. You can give that call out and they can try to make this shot if you want. But a lot of times it's not worth it until they get closer up into here. Now, because that you've opened that up, that's going to make them a little uncomfortable there. They're probably going to hold to this side here. And that's where you've got people peeking out of here, people coming out of boiler. Most of your defense seems to be straddled out in this area. You're going to be holding Shark, holding that window, keeping them off the stairs. And if you can hold this right here, that's powerful, because now you can hold this right here. And it's not just the super obvious hold of right here that everybody else does. I definitely recommend focusing most of your defense on the north side of this objective, because as long as Mira doesn't over peek and be too aggressive, you've got both sides. You're in one, as long as your teammates have your back right here, and you're in one and you've got the other. You've got full coverage of the entire thing. For team comp, you're gonna need a little bit. It's not too heavy, but most of it's pretty safe stuff too. You're gonna put a Jaeger somewhere over here, or you can even put it behind bolt. Also gonna want a Jaeger right here. That one is very safe. For my safety, I'm gonna need a shield, and as you see, I'm mostly gonna be playing right here. So you're gonna want that shield right here, blocking that doorway. Nice little shield that you can peek through and do the same mirror crap with. A maestro is not a bad idea, and I would put that in the same exact spot. I would have it over here, so you can take anything off of these walls. These will obviously be hard. That's what she said. I'd probably have another maestro like up there. You can stand on that desk and get it up there. That way, that maestro cam can help not only for your walls and your mirror window, but it can also see the rest of the room and try to deny plant if I'm unable to. Let's talk about some of the dangers real fast. We try to move this along. One is C4ing yourself. There's not a whole lot of danger except for one extreme one. Obviously, I think one you have is the floor. I've never had anybody attack me from the floor here, but eventually it's gonna happen. Let's say a buck comes up and hits me right here. Starts blowing out the floor right here. A lot of times what I'll do while he's doing that, I'm just dropping and running. A lot of times, especially in a corner like that, that's going to take care of a buck or something. You've used your C4, you might not have gotten a kill now. That's the immediate way to counter that. And then you have to fight him through the floor, obviously, if you want to keep holding this spot. And then if you do kill him, you got to watch it the whole round. So, I mean, I guess that's a pretty significant danger. If you have the proper roaming, I definitely recommend a pulse playing around in kitchen, and then he's going to be able to deal with that for you and also give more callouts to your team from this side. This real serious danger, I think, in this spot is this window right here. Obviously not a direct threat, but he can run in from over here.
10 seconds to go.
And he's right there. That's what that shield's for. If your support guys are here, it's a short little crouch walk right over here to endanger you. This doorway in general, I think, is the biggest danger. Your advantage with Mira is your eyes. What you can see and that you have cover. You can't see any of that over there. So I think that covers it for this site. I'm trying to make this as quick as possible. I don't want these videos to be too long. You got your lines of sight, your team comp, the dangers, and I think that's it. Okay, for this setup here, we're in laundry now. Obviously we have games to worry about. My job with this setup is to contain this dorm side, and also, if I can, this side over here, which is the quickest way, besides maybe the bathroom. I guess Bull is pretty close too. This site to me is a nightmare. I don't like defending it. I'm trying to limit this area over here. I don't have great lines of sight, but I do have C4. There is a camera up there in the corner. So over here, you can see onto the stairs. You can see the window, obviously, anybody jumps in. Also, with this angle, you can see into the bathroom dorms transition, which is a popular spot. Like, if they see your mirror window over here, they might not be able to see that that's blown out until they start getting around the corner. Look at this little sliver of area they have to sit. Let's look at it here. So, if I do make it through here, I'm getting away from that mirror window. Okay, kind of safe right here, but I'm extremely exposed. So I move up to here. This is my safest spot against that mirror window. You still got to worry about people running out, peeking out from there, which I will do. And now you got this hallway to worry about, you got that doorway to worry about, and you got all of bathroom to worry about as an attacker. So that mirror spot is to discourage people from trying to go that way. The other mirror window, besides this area over here, I'm going to have my team barricade this right here. As for the rest of it, something I might opt to do if my team is comfortable with it, it also depends against the team you're playing against. How smart are they in dealing with mirror? If you're having a lot of success, then I would opt for this, so that people can't just run into this door over here and start shooting it. Now, I can see all the way into there. If my team loses this site, they're still going to have to go through me to an extent to get a plant down. They can crouch in that corner over there. That's going to be tough, but if they don't get in the perfect spot, I'm going to have an opportunity to peek up and shoot ahead. Let's talk about some of the team comp for this spot. I'm going to want a Jaeger right here. As for the other Jaeger, I would suggest putting it right here on the floor. You can put it up here. Maybe it's a little more concealed. That's going to be tough for them to shoot from over there. They're not going to be able to get it from the stairs. I really only need two. They're probably going to need that third Jaeger for the other site while they're defending it. Once again, like most of my Mira Strats, a Maestro is going to be very, very nice to have, although never 100% necessary. It's just very nice to have. And what I would suggest for that Maestro is to put that baby right here on the floor, and he can see that entire wall, but he can also see as much of this as possible. Obviously, I can't do all this alone. I'm going to need my team. I'm going to need Maestro's bailiff pistol. I'm going to need impacts. I'm going to need some help getting this set up. Way too much to do by yourself. But when done correctly, highly effective. If you do choose to run Maestro, one thing that's really effective would be to put it up here. Now he can see that, and he can see all of that. You can blow even more of this out for him, so he can see probably the only safe spot to plant is probably in that corner. I mean, they could, if they work in, they could go right here, but he's gonna be able to see a lot from up there. Sorry, right there. You don't really have to worry about the floor too much. People could try to get you from the floor. For that, hopefully you got a roamer downstairs, which I always suggest, maybe a pulse or something playing down there. After the Jaeger and the Maestro, I don't really need a whole lot else. There is a danger of being at one window, say I'm at this one, and getting pushed up the stairs. I have a little bit of cover here. Actually, that's a lot of cover. I can hide back here, and I can still sit here, and I can still see quite a bit without exposing myself, but you're in a heap of trouble. You need someone to take that guy out. If I'm right here, my biggest danger is going to be this doorway right here. I'm probably going to want a shield right here. That way I can play right behind it. I'm going to position it, maybe not quite up on that corner, but right here, so that if they start shooting my feet, which I'll talk about in a second, I can still fall back a little bit and hug this corner until they're done shooting my feet, and then go ahead and take this guy out. As with the shooting of the feet, That is a particular danger on this mirror strategy because both of your mirror windows are facing staircases. Staircases are very effective for an enemy to get shots at your feet because they have to expose very little to do that.
Come on, come.
There's some piano camo.
West
Yeah,
stairs,
we're watching-
coming up
we're
west
watching
stairs.
it. Yeah, west stairs, Zofia.
Watch
Kobe
this
the fuck
shit
this
more,
one.
dude.
Did you Kobe the fuck out of it?
Fucking Ash keeps making 0
Rest
noise.
in peace.
Oh, dude.
Oh my god.
Dude, that was so perfect.
That was clean.